What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU, and of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. I know a lot of people are getting really impatient for that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, myself included. In fact, I put out a tweet the other day asking if at this point we even really need the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Of course, I think we do, but I was just curious to hear what everybody else thought. And I see everybody's frustration, but hopefully today's news will put that at ease a tiny bit. And you're either going to enjoy this news or kind of think that Sony is trolling a little bit more. But I promise you, today's news is a good thing. And to keep up to date on the Spider-Man news, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Alright, so if you haven't heard, Sony Pictures is attending Cinemacon this year. And if you have heard this news, you may not have heard everything that's going along with it, so stick with me here. So Sony Pictures is actually opening up Cinemacon on opening night. This is going to take place on August 23rd, so in a couple of weeks from now, and it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, Sony has 3 hours. They have a 3-hour presentation where they're said to show all of their upcoming films. Not the whole films, obviously, but parts or clips or whatever they want to put together to show the audience at CinemaCon. They have 3 hours to do this, and Spider-Man No Way Home is definitely going to be a part of it. Most likely the very last thing that they see. This is actually kind of classic Sony. They actually did this for Spider-Man Far From Home. Before the trailer for Far From Home came out at CCXP, Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal attended, and they showed the actual trailer there before it came out to the public. They literally showed it at a Comic-Con. CCXP stands for the Comic-Con Experience. Sony showed it at their panel before anybody in the world saw it, and unfortunately, but also kind of fortunately, it looks like that's what we're about to see. They're either going to show an actual trailer or footage. However, unfortunately, this is probably not going to be released to the public. It's going to be up to somebody to leak it if the public is going to see it. It's already been confirmed that no types of recording devices at all are going to be allowed inside of the session, and all phones are going to have to be turned off. And I actually really wouldn't be surprised if they made them do more, like put their phones in lockers or something like that. And again, do not expect this footage to go public at the same time. This isn't going to be like Marvel Studios showing something and then at the same time it pops up on YouTube. Unfortunately, Disney has already confirmed that Sony is the one handling all of the trailer releases and the marketing. Disney is in the loop and aware of everything that they're going to do and when they're going to do it, but Sony is handling everything. It's up to them. And this was confirmed by Disney's president of marketing. However, there is some good news to this because even though people can't show footage, they can still talk about what they saw. Even though they're forcing their cameras off and turning cell phones off, you can't stop people, hundreds of people, from going out and talking about what they saw. And of course, there are probably going to be some very loyal Spider-Man fans out there who probably can't wait to go to the internet and share what they saw. So despite what happens, if any type of footage is shown for Spider-Man No Way Home, we are going to hear about that footage and know what it is on August 23rd. I almost hope it actually is footage and not the actual trailer, and here's why. I've said this at kind of the end of some of my videos, and I know the majority of people don't watch all the way till the end, so I'll say it now in the middle. I have personally heard from one of my sources that the very first teaser trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home is not going to contain the other Spider-Man. I was specifically told that when the marketing campaigns do start for Spider-Man No Way Home, they aren't going to start marketing the other two Spider-Man until about either halfway or 2/3 into the campaign. That means the teaser trailer is not going to have them, and that means probably the first trailer that we get isn't going to have them either. However, I am specifically talking about the other two Spider-Man, so that doesn't mean that we can't see Alfred Molina's Doc Ock show up. It doesn't mean that we won't see Jamie Foxx's Electro. I definitely think we'll see signs of the Multiverse/Spider-Verse, but they're still going to try and build up hype, and the way you do that is you start with a teaser, tease a little bit, then do a full-on trailer kind of explaining what the story is, and then you reveal the other two. And I still debate in my mind on whether or not they should even show the other two before the movie comes out. I guess it's irrelevant because the very first day the movie comes out, everybody's going to be talking about it and everybody's going to know. So I guess if you're Sony, you just beat them to it and show it in the trailer. Now, in terms of when are we actually going to see the trailer, the general public? When is it going to go on YouTube or on TV? We don't really have an exact time frame right now, but Daniel RPK at one point in time said that we would have to have another Shang-Chi trailer and another Eternals trailer before getting Spider-Man. Well, we've had that other Shang-Chi trailer. And the other day he actually tweeted out stating that he thinks that it will be with either Shang-Chi or Venom 2. And Venom 2 actually makes a lot of sense because again, that is coming from Sony. And it actually seems like right now, Sony's marketing priority is Venom 2, which makes sense because it is coming out first. And they just released their full trailer for the movie last week. Actually, not even. It was only 5 days ago. It was this week, which means the full trailer released literally less than 2 months before the movie is actually coming out, which means they released the teaser trailer 4 months before the actual movie is coming out. So we can assume that they're going to follow somewhat of a similar pattern for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, of course, like some rumors have been going around, there is always the possibility that they could delay Spider-Man No Way Home. They could delay its release date. Obviously, nobody wants this, but with all the different variants of COVID, and yes, I did use variant intentionally there, it seems like studios are kind of freaking out again that people won't go to theaters. Because Venom and Spider-Man No Way Home aren't going to be released anywhere else but in the theaters. These are theatrical releases only. So there is that possibility that Spider-Man No Way Home could be delayed, especially if you consider the fact that they're actually doing reshoots right now for the film. Now, I hope it's not, I really hope it's not, but if they did show a trailer at Cinemacon, they could actually reveal a new release date. So keep that in mind and be prepared for that because that could happen. But again, keep in mind, overall good news because whatever they show at Cinemacon, we are going to hear about. We are going to get a full description of. So even though I am 100% convinced that the public is not going to see whatever footage or trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home that is going to be shown at Cinemacon, I am convinced that we will be getting an exact description of what they saw because this happened with Spider-Man Far From Home. Sony showed the trailer, the actual trailer, before the public saw it, and then everybody knew what it was. We didn't see it, but we had a very accurate description. And side note, Marvel is also going to be there, and they've actually done this before too. Before we got any footage for the Eternals, they showed it at CCXP. And apparently they're actually going to be showing a full screening of Shang-Chi somewhere at Cinemacon. So Marvel is going to be there and have a presence as well, which is good news because that means the likelihood of Sony showing Spider-Man No Way Home footage is very, very high. And who knows, if Marvel Studios does do their own panel, we could get a description for Shang-Chi, the Eternals, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, all of their upcoming stuff we could learn a great deal more about. But of course, I know that everybody at this point is pretty much just concerned about that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, which I completely understand. Hopefully this means that the actual trailer will come out not too long after the footage is shown at Cinemacon. But keep an eye out the 23rd for more information about whatever they show at Cinemacon, because we are going to find out then. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I always do live updates on there. Let me know your thoughts on the video in the comment down below. Don't forget to like the video, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.